Ladies and gentlemen, the fact remains that the opposition and majority of the Kenyans are thinking on a way to get William Ruto home come 2027. On the other side, William Ruto is working very hard to ensure that he has remained in power and that he will be in State House come 2027 after the elections. Now, how are Kenyans going to take William Ruto home? Now, first of all, I have to inform you that all the regions of this country, they are thinking of a way to take William Ruto home. As we speak today, the Gusii community is thinking of fronting Matiang'i to take President William Ruto home. Some other regions are coming together to ensure at least they have joined the rest to take President home come 2027. Now, however, there are two regions that have caught my attention, but within these two regions, one of them is going to determine whether William Ruto will go home or not. Let me talk about the second one first before I go to the first one. The second one, it is the Western region. Western region right now, it is another threat that William Ruto has. Why? It is having now a new kingpin coming up. And this kingpin is anti the current kingpins and anti William Ruto seriously. He has gone ahead even to stop Raila Amolo Odinga from calling himself the opposition because he has declared himself an opposition leader in this country. That is George Natembeya. George Natembeya has become a wave in mounted in Western region, and actually has gone ahead to even develop what you call the Tawe movement, where he keeps on saying all those leaders who have been there, Tawe. Even the President William Ruto, Tawe, and many other leaders whom he thinks very well that have become selfish, and that they are using the community to benefit themselves. That is a good move that Natembeya has taken, and it's indeed going to reap fruits. But the fact remains that Western region, as we speak today, it is yet to be there. They are yet to unite because Natembeya is a governor of Trans Nzoia County. Most of his meetings are in Trans Nzoia County. So therefore, the movement has started kicking off. People have recognized him across the Western region, but the fact remains is yet to hit the ground to the rest of the Western region as expected to for all who want actually to become presidential candidates in this country. So the fact remains Natembeya is doing a good job, but is yet to be there. So we are left with one region that is going to take President William Ruto home. That is the Mount Kenya region. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to form the basis of this analysis here today. But before I take you through, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment because that is the best you can always give this channel. My name is Abel Mokwa. Now, the first reason as to why I'm telling you guys that the Mount Kenya region right now is the one that holds Kenya in its hands, in that it's going to determine whether William Ruto is going to be in power and whether we are going to have bad leaders even come 2027 general elections. Why am I saying so? I've always opined on this show that Mount Kenya region has some factors that do not exist in any other part of this country. Number one, it's the numbers. They all know that they have numbers, and that is very important. These numbers, when they decide to vote against you or in your support, you are almost 100% sure you're going to win. That is why William Ruto, if you listen to his speeches before elections, last 2022 election, before the last 2022 election, William Ruto was constantly saying that hamtaniweza. He was constantly showing his confidence that he's going to clinch the seat come 2027. And that is why he visited Mount Kenya every week, at least twice or thrice. And in these places where he went, he seriously campaigned. So therefore, William Ruto knew that having Mount Kenya on his side, it was almost a sure bet to become a president in this country. And indeed, Mount Kenya made him the president because it produced 47% of the total votes that President William Ruto received. Now, checking from the numbers alone, they are capable of bestowing a president in this country. Number two, Mount Kenya has a spirit that does not exist again in any other tribe in this country. As you can see, Western Kenya, they're trying right now to come together and listen to Natembeya, but still there are Western leaders who are bringing down Natembeya and they feel like he's not a leader to lead that region. And we can see even those top leaders from Western region are still bringing down Natembeya. Completely, they don't want to see him. They're destroying him. They're trying their best to destroy him. But now, it's not only in Western region. If you go even to Kisii here, Matiang'i is trying to become a kingpin, but you can see people like Osoro bringing him down. People like Simbarati do not want that, do not support. You go to various parts of this country, there are leaders who are trying to rise, and there are same leaders from the same community or from the same region trying to bring them down. But that is not the case in Mount Kenya region. They have a spirit, as we speak today, that if they decide to come together and listen to one leader, they do as a whole. As we speak today, already Gachagua was taken over as the official leader of the mountain region. He has almost become the kingpin. But the fact remains, last time when I had his interview, he recognized that Uhuru Kenyatta is their leader and is the kingpin of the Mount Kenya region, which is okay and a tick for him. It's good to be humble. Now, But the fact remains that right now, Gachagua is in the grassroots, is the one moving across Mount Kenya to ensure that he has campaigned for himself, first of all, and for the unity that the Mount Kenya needs come 2027. So that means is the de facto leader as we speak today. Now, that spirit of listening to one person, that spirit of actually abiding to someone who speaks the language of the people does not exist in any part of this country. Also, the same thing on the spirit, when we have the general elections in this country, there's no tribe that comes out or community that comes out to vote like the Kikuyus or maybe the Mount Kenya region. These people literally come out in large numbers. Some people even make a joke and say that even the dead vote. It is true. People even come to hospitals. They say, though the Mount Kenya people, you're going to confirm on my comment section whether it is true. Even people leave hospitals to go and vote. But the fact remains, we have seen them in long queues, spending time in their days, actually during the voting times. Most of them eating on the queue. Some of them literally sustaining the harsh conditions, especially from the sun, and even ensuring that if it's raining, they are in gumboots with umbrellas to simply go and vote and elect their leaders. That spirit does not exist in any other part of this country. And that's why we are saying here on this video today that Mount Kenya is holding the future of this country in its hands. So if it decides to give William Ruto a second term, it will. And we won't do anything. If it decides to take William Ruto home, it will. So if it decides to give us a leader who is good, better than William Ruto to perform in this country, it will support that leader and that leader will pass. But if also it decides to give us another leader who cannot perform, definitely they will. So therefore, they have a spirit that does not exist in another part of this country. One thing I want to say is this. The mobilization that usually comes up in Mount Kenya is so huge. As we speak today, these people of Mount Kenya, they decide literally to mobilize themselves. They ensure that their kids have been mobilized to register. When it comes to voting, they wake up and vote. And most importantly, they take part in the general political terrain of the country. That is critical when it comes to taking leaders home and taking leaders into power. Last but not least, the Mount Kenya people have something that we call the ability to scrutinize leaders. If you look at the Mount Kenya region, those people, they never take you in first if you are having what you call kiburi in Kiswahili, and secondly, if you don't perform. I gave an example in one of the videos here that most of the governors after 2013, those who were elected in 2013, it is just one who went back to the office. That is Mwangi wa Iria. Including Abogo, who was powerful by that time, he went home. So therefore, these people, they don't just vote for you because you have money. First, you have to do what you call performing. And you must avoid kiburi. They hate someone with kiburi. When Uhuru tried to show it slightly, he was shown dust. So therefore, they hate people of that caliber. And the problem we have in this country as we speak, it's having leaders with the kiburi and leaders with the money taking advantage and getting into positions. And in these positions, they don't perform. And Mount Kenya knows how to deal with those people. So therefore, having the ability to scrutinize leaders, it is one of the strengths that makes Mount Kenya carry the future of this country in their hands, because they are able to see between Matembea, between Matiang'i, between Maraga, between Murara, Kalonzo, and Gachagua, who could be the best president come 2027. And the way I'm reading the ground, people are probably going either to Matiang'i and even Atembea, meaning very well that they are already looking at the best leader that can serve this country. Remember, they gave us Kibaki. They have given us Ndindi Nyoro, who is among the best performing MPs. And they have also the best performing governor in this country. In a nutshell, that means these people are serious. I don't know what's your take, but I feel Mount Kenya should save this country. See you next time for more videos.